In this short video, I just want to reflect on my understanding of how different Zimbabweans are trying to contribute to the national question. One can observe that actually in addressing the Zimbabwe issue, there are three main forms of engagement, and I want to introduce the fourth one. If you look, there is an engagement of those who have simply disengaged. These are people who believe that what they must do is to concentrate on their private life, advance themselves, their education, their nucleus family, forget about any form of engagement towards the national question. Some of these people are actually discouraged from the realization that their engagement in the past has not produced the results. Others are simply ignorant about their responsibility as citizens. But others is out of fear. They are afraid that if you honestly engage in the national issues, you can either be vilified if you find yourself on the wrong side, or you can actually have your image tarnished, or you can actually be physically hurt. So they, in order to preserve themselves, they keep to themselves. There are others who feel that the national question is too big for an individual. Therefore, they should concentrate on their own private life. There are those who are actually actively engaged, and they fall mainly into two groups. There are those who are engaged in a negative way, and there are those who are engaged in a naive way. We put them in the same category because actually they tend to work with the same logic. These work with an exclusivist logic, which believes that we are in competition to finding a national solution, and therefore we need to outdo each other. And the one who has won this competition has solutions. And therefore they work with a replacement motif. One group can replace the other, and that group that is replaced has no solutions. The one that has replaced it has solutions. It also tends to be driven by following personalities. They work with a messiah mentality, that there are individuals who have solutions. Therefore, if you follow those individuals, you are going to the solution. It also works with a very narrow view to solutions, that if you solve one aspect, you have solved all of them. So they do not understand the complexity of the relationship of issues. For example, how the social issues affect the economic issues, and how these affect the political issues, and the other way around. They also tend to work with a very short-term view. They believe there's a silver bullet for all the problems. If you just shoot that silver bullet, your solutions are already coming out of the tap. They also tend to work with very rigid dichotomies. They work with categories of those who are good and those who are bad, and normally they believe that those who are good are on their side, those who are bad are on the other side. They tend to believe that those who are on our side, they are better than those who are on the other side. They are more competent than those who are on the other side. What I want to promote here is a more critically engaged form of engagement, in which the starting point is that cooperation produces sustainable and lasting solutions than competition. Here the understanding is that solutions reside in cooperation, even between those who dislike each other and those who view things differently. In this perspective, also the understanding is that systems, institutions, and ideas have a more dividend for the solution of the nation than personalities. Human beings come and go, but if you build systems and institutions and promote progressive ideas, you are likely to build a lasting nation. Third, the critical engagement model also works in the understanding of the interlinkages of solutions, that if you address how human beings relate, you can actually impact on the economy. If you develop a political system that is more complementary and cooperative, you are likely to have an impact on the economy. This works with the understanding that problems are systemic, therefore you need to address the system. And this requires a broad understanding. 4, it also requires that therefore you are looking at long-term solutions because you understand that the problems were built over a long period of time. Number 5, a critically engaged approach is a little bit more nuanced. It understands that there are no simplistic solutions to problems, but as you work with others in a dialogical environment, you can actually start to generate solutions that have a lasting impact. I hope that this small contribution can help us to think through about the solutions that are lasting for the nation. May God continue to bless us. Thank you.